the moot question remains who will be the winner, and we have some guesswork here. Yes, we will present you the exit poll powered by JVC, but let me introduce you the guests first. We have Tejas Mehta and Asim Sarode to talk about the outcomes of exit polls. Remember, the final tally will be released on November 23, but for now, the data we have from exit polls suggests that Maha alliance in Maharashtra may get 159 seats, MVA may get 116 seats, and others may get 13 seats as far as Maharashtra is concerned. What is the scenario in Jharkhand? In Jharkhand, the exit poll suggests that BJP-led government may come to power, narrowly crossing the magic figure. The exit poll is predicting 42 seats for BJP plus, and Jharkhand Mukti Morcha government, which is the incumbent government, exit poll suggests 38 seats. Others may get 1 seat. These are the predictions for you, ladies and gentlemen. For now, let's go across to our guest. First question to you, Mr. Tejas. What is the exit poll predicting? What is the real underlying message according to you?
Well, if we are to take these exit polls, because trust me, this would have been any pollster's nightmare. Maharashtra, what an election this has been. This has confused not just voters, but politicians themselves, one would say. Who is in which party now? Who is standing for what issues? Is Shiv Sena really for Hindutva? Is BJP against corruption? There are so many questions one could raise. But what has the voter done? That is the big question. And I'm certain all these pollsters will be very, very scared, given that, Haryana was not really, a bright, star as far as, polling is, exit polls are concerned. So with all those, health warnings, actually, I think it's going to be much tighter. If this is what it is showing, let's go by that. I think the BJP, I think what's going to happen is that we're going to see that many of these contests are going to be very, very close. And one key factor, which was, it is not there in Jharkhand, we have in Maharashtra, are rebels. Rebels who have not got seats from, either the Maha or the MVA, they have opted to, contest on their own. Now, what they will be doing are two things. One, they could be winning seats, and that would be really bad for either of the two alliances. Or secondly, they could be cutting votes as far as, their party is concerned. So they could play spoiler, or they could be actually winning seats. So I would say we have to pay, far more attention to, the others. Currently, it's showing about 13 to 14. And many of them would be independents, but some of them also could be these rebels. And I think it's going to be such a tight contest because, unlike many other elections in the past, there are no central narratives at this point of time. There is no huge nationalistic issues which, really people would really vote for. So now what has happened is, because Maharashtra has not had municipality elections also, your absolutely basic issues on the ground have become central issues, and that is why for the incumbent government it becomes that much more tougher to really come back to power. Now, what's gone in favor of the Eknath Shinde government is, of course, the Ladli Behna scheme. I think that is going to be the key game changer. So wherever we are seeing these close contests, I'm quite sure that based on the response they have got on the Ladli Behna scheme, they would be making many, many gains.
Asim, I would want to come to you to understand the technicalities here, because in the last election, you would remember, there were courts, there were parties, and all sort of legal complication, if one can remember. This time, as far as exit poll is concerned, it is suggesting that BJP-led government may come to power. But how many days after the announcement of elections the swearing in should take place? and how many days to stake claim for government?
See, very tactically, the dates have been declared by the Election Commission of India, might be on some suggestions. But we must see that the voting date is today 20, and 23rd is counting, and 26th is the last working day of this assembly. So state assembly gets dissolved on 26th of November. And if until that date, no party will form the government, then definitely the president has to step in through the governor, and it will be a president's rule, because no elected government is able to form the government. So, giving that reference and giving that reason, might be the state government will again take over the power in the state. But whatever senior journalist Mr. Tejas Mehta has narrated, I beg to differ on various points, because we were traveling throughout Maharashtra in a movement called Nirbhay Bano. So it is independent movement started by people to tell that democracy shall be saved, and no political party is important than the Constitution of India. So my prediction is exactly opposite to what Tejas Mehta has said, because out of 288 seats, 145 is the magic number to reach to the majority. And I think that the Maha Aghadi government, Sharad Pawar, Uddhav Thackeray, and the Congress, they will be winning the state by gaining about 165 seats in the state.
Right, that is the prediction which you are giving. But for now, let's analyze the voting percentage, which is a natural analysis after the voting has concluded. If you look at Maharashtra figures, the final figures might be slightly better. But for now, the numbers suggest that 58% voting till 5 p.m. in Maharashtra and 68% voting in Jharkhand till 5 p.m. What is your take on these numbers per se?
See, percentage always matters, and whenever Maharashtra has seen the percentage is higher, it was benefited to the parties which were not in ruling. Like, take an example, when there were dangals and situations like riots in Maharashtra in 1995, I think the Shiv Sena and BJP first time came into power on the basis of what riot situation Maharashtra has faced. And that time 71% or 72% voting pattern was set in Maharashtra first time, and that is recorded percentage of voting. Never before that and after that also, no 70% mark has been subsided by the voters. Voters are only voting in the range of 58, 60 to 65 at the most, but not crossing the 70 limits. Now, considering this pattern, uh, when people want to change the government, they definitely vote on a larger scale, was the set pattern. But nowadays, we can see that people are ignoring the voting. Many of the educated voters, they went on the last election, during the Lok Sabha election also and previous elections also, they are trying to opt for pressing the button no, none of the above, that is nota. And nota is gathering 5% vote in total. So that is rejection by people who understand that they cannot bring change, and whatever change will be brought, it will be not useful for the society. This is just political parties election, and we don't have any value and space in this election. So such kind of rejection minded people uh, are not turning out, and this 58% vote percentage you are showing, this time this will definitely go in favor of Mahavikas Agadi, because see, the people who are BJP voters who are concentrated in the cities and metropolitan cities, they are seeing the voting day as vacation, whereas the villagers from small towns people, they are coming to vote, and that voting percentage is reflection that Mahavikas Agadi will get support of the voters.
Point. Mr. Tejas, I want to come to you for this question. Traditionally, the understanding was that if the voting percentage is higher, the incumbent government is going. But lately, this analysis may have proved wrong. What is your view?
Conventional wisdom did state, or we believed, that whenever voting percentage is higher, there is an anti-incumbency wave or feeling amongst the voters, and that is why one assumed that whenever the voting percentage increased, the government in power was on its way out. But there is absolutely no proof, no data which proves this consistently. I repeat, there is absolutely no proof, no data over last many elections which proves this consistently. Voting percentages have come down, and still, governments have fallen. So let's not, voting by itself. One may ask why people don't want to vote in Maharashtra, and I mean it's honestly very obvious. There is so much confusion on the ground today. One does not know who stands for what, who is who is with which party is with alliance. This could change after the elections, trust me. I mean, what's there to say that the Shiv Sena, if really required and the BJP does not get the numbers, the Shiv Sena could move to the go back to the to its older alliance. Who says it's not possible? And the Sharad Pawar's NCP and Ajit Pawar's NCP could come back. So let's not let's appreciate the problem of the voter, that he is absolutely sickened by the last 5 years. Governments have toppled. One man has become deputy chief minister twice. Several governments have come in, governments have gone, people have gone to Guwahati. I mean, this is not the best of politics. So, I mean, I would not blame the voters. Yes, voting percentages should keep increasing. Young voters should come in. There should be positivity. But in such a scenario, it's really, really hard. Secondly, as Mr. Sarvade was pointing out, that these are my figures. No, these are not my figures. These are exit polls, which ET Now is, these figures are ET Now screen just now as we speak. So these are not my figures at all. I'm only giving my assessment if these figures were to be true, because we have to go by that and proceed with the discussion. So these figures do indicate that at this point of time, Mahayuti does have the lead. And I do believe that to be the case, because after the Lok Sabha election, if we analyze the election results as per assembly segments, at that point of time, the MVA was 153 and the Mahayuti was
Fair point.
126.
You
If
are
I'm not
making a
mistaken.
fair point,
That
but it's a time to take a quick break. Gentlemen, please do stay with us. We'll come with more in-depth analysis after a short break.